Listen, people who have anxiety disorders will do anything to get rid of these distressing thoughts and feelings. People fear judgment when they're speaking in front of an audience. They panic while driving in their car. And some are consumed with worry about things that haven't even happened. And then there are some people that just know that they've left their doors unlocked. So what do these people do? Well, they avoid. They avoid public speaking. They catch a ride instead of driving their own car. They make themselves sick with worry. They check their locks again and again and again. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps them face their fears, feel the anxiety, and do the opposite of what their brain is telling them to do. That's basically it. That's why I love this treatment. It's that simple. There are 4 things we do in cognitive behavioral treatment. First is some basic education about what is going on in their brain. You know, caudate nucleus, amygdala, hippocampus, that Psych 101 stuff. You remember it, right? Stacy said she felt much better right after this step. So this is what I actually tell clients in their first session. When your brain interprets incoming sensory information as dangerous, it triggers our fight or flight response. And that is an awful feeling. When you act on that experience, your brain learns that it's responded correctly. Unfortunately, you've just ensured experiencing more anxiety the next time you face that trigger, even if it wasn't dangerous. The second thing we ask clients to do is what I call self-monitoring. We ask clients to keep track of their thoughts and behaviors in response to a trigger. There are tons of great worksheets and forms, but honestly, notebook paper works just fine for myself and my clients. When they return to their next meeting, I take the list and we rank the triggers from least to most anxiety-provoking. Then, we take the trigger that provokes the least amount of anxiety because we want them to be successful. And we begin the cognitive behavioral therapy. Specifically, we call it exposure and response prevention. Cognitive restructuring is where we teach clients to really consider their thoughts. We might ask them, what supports your belief? Or how can you be sure that your conclusion is accurate? Now here's the important difference between using CBT for anxiety versus other disorders. Our goal is to create a neutral response, neither promoting a positive statement nor endorsing a negative one. Instead, whatever it is that I may feel when I'm anxious, I can tolerate the discomfort. That's the way I want a client to talk to themselves. Imagine you have a client who wonders, what if I didn't lock the door? The cognitive restructuring is to acknowledge their concern and accept the doubt of not knowing if they locked the door or not. But there is more than just accepting the thoughts. Accepting the feelings that accompany these thoughts is the next step. We do this through behavioral experiments. We purposely expose clients to their triggers to induce and habituate to anxiety. Their self-monitoring list of triggers allows us to begin this with their lowest ranked fear. These behavioral experiments allows the client to go into the feared situations and learn a different response. This is a really hard part of treatment for clients, but when done appropriately, they can learn very quickly. And what should that response be? It's one of strength, learning the ability to stay in the pain rather than avoiding it, and learning how to persevere when every ounce of their being is screaming to run away. When they don't run away, they learn that they are much stronger than they thought. This exciting moment is when your client gains confidence. This is the moment that I love. At this point, the goal is to continue to practice these new skills and to generalize the skills into other anxious situations in their life. Once they've gained their confidence, treatment may end. Sometimes this is in as few as 6 to 8 sessions, and sometimes further therapy is necessary. Finally, there are many complementary therapies that enhance a client's positive response. Family involvement is crucial in situations where the family system plays a role in accommodating the anxiety or where the client has caused family distress. And truthfully, this happens in a majority of the cases. So collaborating with a family therapist is often really helpful. Mindfulness and acceptance-based techniques are invaluable in teaching clients how to be present in their pain, to accept their experience, and not to judge. Exercise, yoga, and breathing training offer a stabilizing component to treatment. For me, some form of exercise is a must, and I share that with my clients. Working with clients with anxiety disorders is amazing and rewarding work. I invite you to learn more about how to improve your knowledge by visiting the Anxiety Disorder Association of America's website, ADAA.org. The website is full of great information on new, emerging treatments and research, ways of connecting with other specialists, and a link to one of the most informative and fun national conferences you can attend. Welcome to taking the first step in learning how to treat anxiety disorders. Once you experience the excitement of taking a client through this process and seeing how far they can go, I know this won't be your last.